Hi guys, again welcome back. We have here with us RJ Maya Kartha from the hit 96.7 FM Dubai. But guess what? We are not talking about RJ now. So you have already seen the thumbnail. You know what to expect. I'm a Bengali. How do you relate me to? You relate me with Rasgulla, right? That's what is going on in your mind. When you meet a Malayali, what do you relate it? I mean, how do you relate them with? Appam, beef, alcohol. I know you are thinking about alcohol now. Guys, today we are going to talk about the stereotypes every Malayali goes through. If not every, a lot of them go through. And are they true? Are they not? Like, we're just going to discuss because we have a Malayali over here with us, RJ Maya Kartha, and you guys are watching Minding My Business. I'm your host. Banana leaf is not the only way Malayalis eat food. Idli and vada is not the only food you find there. I mean, guys, Tamil Nadu and Kerala are two different states. Such stereotypes. I mean, how does a Malayali look like? Is this a question? Come on. Like, how do you differentiate between a Punjabi and a Haryana guy from Haryana? Is there a way to look like that? Yes or no? What do you think? We're gonna ask Maya over here how, I mean, over the years, probably even she has gone through such questions. I mean, there is some person every time, probably every year, who will come and ask you that one question which will probably, screw your head off.
Okay, now Avi, honestly, I think today is going to be real fun because you touched on a very interesting question and a topic. See, let me be honest. I also like stereotypical jokes.
Of course.
Like, the regular Santa Banta jokes. Even the Malayali ones. I enjoy them. And I think stereotypical jokes on any community for that matter.
A few are okay.
Yes, as long as there is no malice, as long as there is no poison in it, I think it's fine. I find them amusing. I find it to be ridiculous. Some of them,
But I think for Malayalis, it's not one bag of joke. I think there are bags of jokes.
That is the best part as well. We Malayalis can really take a good joke. And we know how to make fun of people also.
True.
So, yeah. Now, in your first question, you've actually touched different aspects.
Yeah.
So, I think I'll divide it into a few. So, first of all, yes, as you said, idli, sambar, dosa are not the only thing in our cuisine.
Guys.
We have a very huge, elaborate, sumptuous meal just like the whole of India.
Yes.
So restricting it to just the three would be totally unfair. That's what I feel. So, have you ever had an Onam Sadhya?
No, sorry.
You should, Avi, you should, because then you'll see how elaborate our cuisine is.
Okay.
So we have close to 26 items on our banana leaf when you serve for Onam. So we have that many number just for one meal. Okay? So we have so much more from the north to the south of Kerala. There's so much more to Kerala cuisine. And now coming to your second part of the similarity between Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Yes, there is a similarity because if you look at it, history has showed us that there has been a cultural exchange between the two states.
Yeah.
So there is definitely a connect. And Madras was a big city for us. Our industry, our Malayalam movie industry was heavily concentrated in Madras at a point in time. So, the city definitely connects with us. And apart from that, the language. Again, there is a similarity between the two languages as well. So, although we're not like twins, you could call us siblings.
So
that's how it is.
Okay.
Then, what was your third part?
I just want to know what other stereotypes, you have heard, I think we all hear things like, as a Malayali, you would have also heard people, taunt you with a few things or, jokes you might actually not like it at that point of time.
No, honestly speaking, nobody has really come and told me that they don't like me
Obviously,
because I'm a Malayali.
No, of course.
Not for, fortunate for them and not for me. Because I am glad they did not dare to say that. Because especially, we're living in UAE, I've been here for the past 16 years now.
Yeah.
And, among the many things about this country, one thing which I really do admire is the tolerance they show towards all the cultures. There's so many cultures living in harmony here, right? So I think, and even in my organization, my office, we have more than around 12 nationalities working together in harmony, and I think it's wonderful. So nobody has really come and told me they don't like me because I'm a Malayali. That would be really rude and racist.
It would be, of course.
Then it is their problem and not my problem.
Yes, definitely.
So that's never happened with me. But yes, people have been surprised when I talk in Hindi. Because they don't expect
you to talk
in Hindi for some reason. I think maybe because I studied in Kendra Vidyalaya, I'm not really very fluent in Hindi, but I can hold a decent conversation. I do get my grammar wrong.
It's okay, but I think it's a very common notion that anybody from the southern part of India, especially if somebody from Kerala, if he or she speaks good Hindi, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Wow, what just happened?
It's not true. Well, we'll actually, that is something which we'll have to talk separately because honestly speaking, I think most of the Keralites can talk Hindi quite fluently.
Yes.
That's the thing about us. So yeah, that is something which I've seen a lot of people say, oh, you can talk Hindi. I'm like, yeah, I can manage Hindi.
Okay. Well, another stereotype which probably a lot of Malayalis would have heard or would have probably, someone would have said it to them, it's right or wrong, we're not going to debate on that, but is it a true stereotype? Have they heard it a lot? Malayalis are alcoholics. Malayalis drink a lot. They put coconut oil in everything. They love coconut oil. Yes, they might. Their snack everywhere, it is full of coconut. I mean, these are few things which we hear. We hear and people talk, so we're going to ask Maya and we're going to get her viewpoint on what she thinks about this.
Okay, so here again you have given me two things to talk about. One is alcohol and one is coconut oil. So let's address the alcohol bit first. Both of them are very different.
Okay.
So again, I will not deny the fact that alcohol does poor people. We love our moments.
Malayalis love their liquor.
Yes,
it's okay.
But that does not mean that we are in the bars and the pubs for 24/7 and we cannot handle alcohol.
Yes.
It's not true.
Yes, that's
we do have our alcohol moments, and I think just like the rest of the world,
they enjoy the alcohol. I think it's a tradition which is a very healthy tradition. I call it a very educated tradition, and that is something which probably more than stereotype, it is something which, I mean, it's good. It's a culture.
See,
it's a culture.
Listen, I think you have to give it that everywhere around the globe, people do love alcohol. They have their alcohol moments, and just like that, we also have our alcohol moments. That's about it. So, and having said that, I would also like to put in this: if the world were to end tomorrow, you will see Malayalis celebrating it with alcohol. Yes. We believe one life, live king size.
Yes.
So we are a community which really believes in celebrating our life. So, well, alcohol just happens to be a part of our life. That's about it. But I think we can definitely handle alcohol well. And now coming to coconut oil.
It's a stereotype again.
Not really. I wouldn't say it's a stereotype because what you should understand is the name Kerala comes from the word Kera, which means coconut. It is the land of coconut. It is all about sustainability.
So where else will you? Yeah, obviously.
It was always about sustainability because, back in the days, we did not have a world which was so small. I mean, things would not reach you so far. So you had to do with whatever you had in your surroundings.
Correct.
And so coconut was in abundance. And that is why people ended up using every part of the coconut tree. And mind you, every part of the coconut tree is useful.
Okay.
So it was about sustainability because now if you go to the north, you will find people using mustard oil. Why? Because you have mustard fields in abundance. So it's all about sustainability. So we think coconut is a gift to us from the God.
And what is there in abundance? Why not use it?
Absolutely, that's it. So and also for the rest of the world, pure coconut oil could mean parachute. But for us, no. We have a home mill which will give us the freshest of the freshest coconut oil. That is what we use. We prefer to use. But of course, things have changed a lot now. You will find sunflower oil and vegetable oil and all sorts of oil in our supermarkets now. Households do use other oils as well, but coconut is definitely up.
Definitely the taste.
Yeah, definitely.
So this one we agree. Have you ever been teased about your accent? Like if there's a Bengali, obviously, "Ore kya karta hai?" Something like that. So I'm gonna ask Maya now. Maya, have you ever been asked about your accent and they have tried to relate it to a Malayali? Sometimes there is this, that a Malayali will speak in this way. That is the notion. And this is my part one of the question. And second part of the question is, most of the Malayalis are in the Gulf, they might be rich. Well, that is true, but we're going to hear it from Maya.
Okay, so the first part about the accent, fortunately, I don't know, I fail to understand what this accent is all about.
Yes.
Because if you were to talk to me about my accent, then I would want you to explain and show me in India who speaks, if you're talking about English, right?
Yeah,
so
correct.
who speaks the right English
There's nothing
in the right accent?
Correct.
So because I've not ever come across anybody.
True.
And also, you know, I feel if you were to look at the Malayalis, statistics show that 80% of the people in Kerala receive English medium education. And we have a literacy rate which no other state can boast about. We have 100% literacy rate. So I think if you were to gauge a person's intelligence based on their accent, then you are ignorant.
Yes.
You really do not know your stats. That's it. So you can never measure. An accent is never a measure to anybody.
But have you felt it? Like, have you seen the stereotype happen in general? Like,
see, you know what I have seen that
say not even Malayalis. I think this is something for the whole country. I don't know how, as a country, as citizens of India, because we all come from different states, still we are expected to speak English or Hindi in a certain way, which a Malayali will not speak Hindi in that way, a Punjabi will.
I also have to tell you, in Kerala, I wouldn't speak for the other states, but I can speak about my state for sure. Every Keralite can speak minimum of 3 to 4 languages. I don't think in anywhere in India people can manage that many languages. Maybe it is the education, I don't know, but every person can talk close to 3 to 4 languages. There is this friend of mine who can handle 6 languages.
My goodness.
You know, she can talk Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada, Telugu, Hindi, English. Just think about it.
Tamil, I think most of the Malayalis can.
See, again,
it's a given. I think most of the time because of the neighbor, because it is a neighboring state as well,
and also because the southern India, all the 4 languages, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, and Malayalam, they are derived from Sanskrit. So there is a similarity between the 4 languages. But having said that, I understand Tamil better than Kannada and Telugu.
Okay.
You know, so those 2 languages are a little more difficult for me, but Tamil, I think I do understand. I can talk a little bit also.
Okay.
And some of the Tamilians do understand Malayalam as well, quite well.
Okay.
So I think that's just because, you know, there is a connect from the mother language being Sanskrit. So about accent, as I told you, I think overall in the whole wide world, I think everybody has a different accent. So you can't really point and say this is right and this is wrong. As long as, you know, there is a good communication happening, that's all you, and they're grammatically right, I think you should be okay with it, you know.
Okay. True.
And then your last part of the question was Gulf. Okay, so it is not a notion, it is a fact.
It is a fact.
UAE has the largest number of expats from Kerala and Malayalis. You know, so and you know what? It's not like we happen to be here. There is a historical connection to that as well, because before the discovery of oil, before the Gulf boom happened, there were Arab settlers who went and settled in the coastal regions of Kerala. So there was a significant influx that happened. And that is why we have such a strong connect with the Arab world.
Guys, this is trivia. Please note.
And also, then the Gulf boom happened. Oil was discovered, they needed a lot of labor here. And then there was this huge migration from Kerala because the connect was already there. You know, that is when the whole migration happened from Kerala. The highest number of expats happened to be Keralites. So it's definitely got to do with history. So, and today I would say Gulf is our second home.
Yes.
And you know, I sometimes, when I came in 2004, I was very surprised to see that during Onam, I could make a better spread than my mom.
Yeah.
My mom wouldn't get all the things, but I get it here, you know.
Yeah.
So, I think Gulf is our second home. It's a mini Kerala, I would say.
Well, rightly said, and I agree to this completely, because I mean I have also heard this, and I mean not about hearing. I mean I'm living in Dubai for the last 3 years, and this is something which is a given. Like you don't have to prove anything or ask anybody. I think Malayalis, they are the most among Indians in the UAE.
Yeah.
So not only just UAE, the entire Gulf. I think Yeah, I mean that's a fact. So this one is not a stereotype, but then yeah, people know about it.
People
And
think
this is
that
something.
and you know one thing about it's not just a Gulf. Okay, we are there in everywhere, in every part of the world.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yes,
yeah, you can't miss a Malayali.
Okay, so now the Malayalam film industry. You guys all have seen Mohanlal, right? I mean, he's one of the favorite actors for a lot of people. He's a national figure. And somehow, I think there is this stereotype. I mean, we have Motti as well. He's also one of the very bigger superstars from Kerala for the entire pan-India, like he's in the same bracket as Mohanlal. But then again, there are a lot of other actors who come from Kerala and they have done a lot of films. But somehow, I think when we talk about the Malayalam film industry, we just put a full stop after Mohanlal and Mammootty. That's what I have felt when we talk to general public, not Malayalis in general, but when we talk to other people from other part of the country. I think there is this stereotype when we talk about two names. From Bollywood, we have 20-30 names now. But why we can't name the other stars also? There are amazing actors. But then let's hear what Maya has to say about this.
See, when people take Mohanlal and Mammootty's name, we cannot really blame them because Avi, what you should understand is both of them have been in the industry for the past 3 decades.
Correct.
More than 3 decades.
More than 3 decades.
So, and they're still relevant.
Yes.
They are undisputed.
Yes.
Think about it. That does not happen by chance. That does not happen by luck. It is
Correct.
sheer talent. It's
Correct.
unmatched talent.
Correct.
And they give the younger generation a run for their money even to this day.
Yes.
So that is why people take their names. You cannot really blame them, But having said that, it is not that we do not have other actors. We have some fantastic actors otherwise as well. And talking about Mammootty and Mohanlal, again, both of them have won national awards more than once.
Correct.
So who else can really boast about that? So they are truly legends. So we're very proud when people actually say that, Mohanlal and Mammootty are from your industry. We're very, very happy because they have taken Malayalam industry to a global platform.
Of course.
They made it pan-Indian actually. So we cannot really say, you're wrong in just naming those two. They are pioneers. No doubt about it.
Okay.
And now, coming to other actors, it's not really true that the other actors have not been recognized. We have artists like Tilikan sir. He's no longer with us now. He is amazing. Like even to this day, when you see some of the characters that he has portrayed, it's fire on screen. And then Nedumudi Venu sir, then Jagadi Srikumar. All of them. Shobana, Urvashi, all of them are so amazing. And even the younger generation, I think my personal favorite would be Fahad Fasil. I don't know if you've seen his movies, but he is an amazing artist. I love Fahad.
Trance, oh my god,
Yes.
wonderful.
Kumbalangi Nights is
Oh my
yet
god,
another
that
movie.
should have, I think, gone as India's official entry to the Oscar, but they thought differently.
Similarly, we have Indrajit, we have Prithviraj, and you know the name, right?
Yes.
And then Parvati is again another actress. So we do have really good talent, and some of the stories and scripts that has come out of Malayalam industry, I don't think any other industry can boast about it. So we being a small community, we being a small state, has produced some amazing talent.
I think film-wise in the southern film industry, if I have to, Telugu movies, Tamil movies, I think if I compare them, I think apart from the Telugu movies, the budget, they have all that. Wow,
Yeah.
But I think Malayali cinema, the way the script, a story binds you.
Yes.
I think, it's amazing. Like a film.
See, because I tell you, the reason why you don't see...
Nivin Pauly has
Yes.
flourished in such movies.
Yeah.
I've seen very less of him, but the ones which I've seen, I think they're mind-blowing films.
Yeah.
And
have you seen Premam?
yes.
Oh, I knew it. You're blushing already. Okay, so as I said, we have some really fine artists from our industry, and our industry is not like if you were to compare the Tamil and the Kannada or Telugu industry, it's not as big as that because those states are huge. They have more centers.
Yes.
We're a small small state. So we have only this many centers. So we have to have a movie within a set budget.
Within a set budget.
Because otherwise it's difficult to get the money done.
Yeah, correct, correct.
So that is why now if you see, although the routes have been opened up for us, we're also mostly doing movies which will be dubbed in other languages.
Correct.
So if it is a big budget movie, just dubbed in other languages to recover that cost.
Correct.
That is the biggest challenge that we as an industry face. Although we have extremely talented artists and we have some really good scripts coming out of our industry.
Agreed. Couldn't agree more. Maya, we have finally come to the end of this podcast, and it was a good way to actually know and talk about Malayalis. I mean, the topic is basic stereotypes, how Malayalis are stereotyped, but we learned things. I mean, we have also learned things about how they live, how the culture is, and I think as the entire country also must know, because this is not just a problem of a Malayali. Again, the different states, how they face the problem of stereotyping, from people from Bihar. The biggest, the people from the country who are facing one of the biggest stereotypes of people from Bihar, people from Northeast, sometimes Bengalis as well, maybe Gujaratis, Punjabis. So, let us not stereotype people in that way and let us learn about their culture. I think
you know what, when you said that so many cultures exist in India, that's the beauty of India as well.
Correct.
And stereotyping communities is quite common. I mean, as long as there is no, as I told you at the beginning,
there's no
malice.
There
is no insult involved in it. You can't just go around insulting people. So know the sentiments of that community, and a good joke is a good joke. It's okay to be making fun of each other. That you need to have lighter moments in life as well. So one thing about our community is that we adapt very well. That is why probably you see a Malayali in every corner of the world.
Yes.
We adapt to any environment. We adapt to any surroundings. So, and we're very clannish, actually speaking, because you go anywhere. If you're a Malayali, like Malayali, are you a Malayali? And that's when the link starts. That's when we form a mini community, and then it becomes our home. That's how we are.
And thank you, Maya, for joining us. And guys, please watch out for this episode. Support us, like, comment, and subscribe. Maya here. Please I thank Maya for coming to the show, and I'll be back again next week.
Ellavarkum nandi.